You can have multiple accounts for your website. The User Manager is where you create these accounts and specify their access roles within the system. To access the User Manager, click on the User's icon to the left in your control panel, or click the User's menu item and select Manage. It is important to note that some users will not have proper permissions to access this section, and I'll cover that in the next video. Once inside the User Manager, you'll see a list of users that have already been created. To create a new user, click on the New button in the top navigation bar. This will take you to an Add New User screen. Here, you will provide a name for the new user, a login name, a password, and an email address for the account. Before you save and close, you need to assign this user to the proper group. Do not click the Save and Close button until you have done so. The user groups can be found under the Assigned User Groups tab at the top of this screen. There are 8 different groups you can assign a user to, 5 front-end groups, and 3 administration groups. The front-end groups are Registered, which is the default, Author, Editor, Publisher, and Public. These groups are all for users of your site that you don't want to give back-end access to. In other words, people you don't want to be able to log in to the administrator section. These users may be subscribers to a blog or someone who signed up for email updates. If you're watching these videos via a link on the OpenArc website right now, then you are a registered user. Only OpenArc customers can access the page on the OpenArc website that provides the links to these videos. It is why you're required to log in before you access it. Give it a try. Visit openarc.net/administrator. Our site is built on Joomla. Your login will not grant you access to the back end of our site. The only feature you gain from your registered access level is the access to this page. So enjoy. Your access is limited by your user group, and you can do similar things for your website as well. There are other uses for these front-end access levels, but for the most part, if you don't want to give a user access to the administration section, make them a registered user. Please be sure you have the user access level set to the proper group before clicking the Save button. It's not as if you can't change it later with super user access, but you certainly don't want to give a random user a super user access level. Don't worry though, the default is registered, so unless you change it on purpose, things should be fine. In the next video, I'll cover the administrator access levels, which should only be created for entrusted content writers and editors for your website.